Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war crime. Fight down war. Me say Rastafari. War and crime. And do the righteousness. And we love. I I will love Jaja, Jah Rastafari. I will love Jaja, Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Yeah, we love Jah. We love Jaja, Jah Rastafari. We love Jaja, Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah Rastafari. We love all, and we love Jah. Me love Jaja, Jah Rastafari. Me love Jaja, Jah Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jaja, Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
Good evening, and welcome one and all. Thank you for joining us. We're back out here again, literally tired. I'll tell you what, this is not an area which I am good at, so I'm struggling. The updating the website, it's not even the website is the major problem for me. It's the app that is more taking a lot of my time. Slowly, it'll come on though. So we'll come back out here this evening to beg again. Yes, we're begging more support from you, because it's the support that will allow us to grow. You liking and sharing and commenting on our content wherever platform it's on, whether be in our app, on our website, on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook, on our Instagram. Your interaction matters. Your interaction help us to grow. Your interaction help to get our content to a wider audience. So we continue to ask for your support. Me never even planned no real program for no tonight, because I did just a deal with the galang in about. I put out 3 more articles today where we want to cuss about. I know there's a lot in our country to cuss about, so you don't really have to plan nothing. You just have to come prepared for cuss, and it will be fine and dandy. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening, one and all. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Debbie Jervis TV, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Suzette Miranda, good evening. Sharon Bernard, Sheena Kelly, good evening. Sharon Powell, good evening. Canadian Girl, good evening. Richard Reed, good evening and welcome. Who else is there? Barbara Simpson, good evening. Phillyard Vibes, good evening. Yes, Phillyard Vibes, I noticed you followed the wrong page today. I need to deactivate the Producer Wayne Facebook page, because I'm not really doing much on it. But hold on there. Let me show you the Facebook page, one of the Facebook page that is quite active. Hold on. Hold on. Just get all of this. So this is the main profile. Forbes producer Wayne Global TV. That's the main profile. And we also have our secondary profile, which is the War Room. So that's profile 1. And I'll pull up Forbes GTV Antonio. And then that's the second Facebook profile, Forbes GTV Antonio. Those are the very active page for us on Facebook. So you can follow these 2 pages. If you are not following us yet on Facebook, you can give us a follow on these 2 pages. Also, hold on, let's get back to the graphics corner, the studio. I'm back in. Now, for the app that with the app, it will make it easier. Once you download the Spaces app, it will make it much easier for you to have access to the articles once they are published. So here is the barcode for the Global TV Press app on Spaces. So you can scan the barcode. It will ask you to download the app. When you download the app, you can just sign in with your Facebook account or any of your Google account. As well as in the top of your chat, the link to my mobile app is pinned in the top of the chat. You can also hit the link, which it will take you to the app and ask you to download the app, and you just sign in with your email, your Google Mail or Facebook account. It will ask you to send a request. You just hit the request button, and Babs, your uncle, you become a member. And once we publish our articles, you have access to them immediately rather than searching around on the website for them. So you can scan this QR code, which allows you to download the app, or you can hit the link in the top of the chat and download the Spaces app. And once you set, because this link or this QR code is related directly to my app. So once you sign in and just hit the link again, it will just take you straight to my thing and tell you to send me a request. And to those of you who have already been interacting with the website, been interacting with the app, those of you who have already become a member to Global TV Press on the Spaces app, thanks for your support. You can also share it to your friends, family, and neighbors and let them know this is where you can read articles from Global TV. So, Onodo. With the back out here this morning again. You know, this morning we looked at a couple things because I be a thief in Aguan in our country. We look at wholenesses, the culture of irregularity that surrounds wholeness, government, the two Jamaica, the compliance Jamaica, where we have to comply with the rule, and it connected Jamaica, where people like Jacqueline Stewart Lecker or people like what you call him, Carl Bruce, can look away from the rules because they are so connected. Mm? And one of the other article as well was Darrell Vaz, the pattern of procurement intervention that Darrell Vaz has become, and whether Darrell Vaz good intention is a defense for the erosion of accountability, not only in Darrell Vaz remit, but right across this government. Everywhere you go, something I fall out of the old house stop. Pan you. The easy jerk, wagwan. Everywhere you go, something I fall out of the house pan you. So if you read all of these articles we have put out, it will give you a better idea than what the lie them and the government narrative what they glean or tell you. We also look at the disgrace of Tufton after 9 years of refurbishing Cornwall and $26 billion. Tufton is presenting a tent, TENT, tent to the people of Jamaica. That's where it's at, Tent City Hospital. And we did also look at rather the performative government versus the functional government. We also look at that was a analysis of Dabdu looking at governance in our country and referring it to governance in our country as joke thing. Literally. It's what it is. As we would say, it's a patty shop, but we know say juicy beef, you have to line up and wait your turn to get served. Unlike Darrell Vaz, who made sure, even though 700 sterling came into the country from international donors, Darrell Vaz still see the need to take 12 million Jamaica dollar and buy sterling from who we have no idea. We literally have no idea from who Darrell Vaz bought them. We literally have no idea what price Darrell Vaz get them for, because the procurement document was something made up after the fact. So they could have put whatever it is, them please pan it. So that's another article for you to delve into. And we also look at wholeness, loyalty to Chris Tufton, dying loyalty while the people of Jamaica are dying, while our babies are dying, while our healthcare are crumbling, while Donald Trump becomes the chief executive or minister of health in our country, I give order and directives. Andrew Holness still hold loyal to Chris Tufton, even if Chris Tufton is taking the country over the cliff with him. If Chris Tufton say poison after all away by bad rice or bad injection, Andrew Holness say him have confidence in a Christopher Tufton. Sharon, how you do? Neville, confidence him say him have in a Christopher Tufton. And then we talked about this briefly this morning, but we put it out after we look at the conflict of interest and the institutional accountability where unfold at Cornwall Regional Hospital. And these are some of the things that provoke me to start doing these articles put out. Because when you look across what we call mainstream media, what some say are the authority on news, what we hear and see and believe. They're not talking about it. When they were given a chance to ask questions about the critical issues after 5 episodes of exposure, a press conference, auditor general report, vitality and promotion and motion. Wagwan. But after all of that, to date, these people still aren't writing and highlighting the issues that bedevils the people of Jamaica. So we have to have alternative source to deal with the media blackout and the unwarranted censoring of so-called mainstream news. Opal, all you do? We have to have an alternative for the unwarranted censoring or the blackout of what we expect mainstream media to be. So this is another article as well that you can look at, because it also spoke of the connection with Carl Bruce and medtech, where one of his family, but we did already get information. Remember the vice note where the other doctor, I think that doctor was living in the UK, where did send out, where did hear them out when Dr. Dawes start talking about the jail. Carl Bruce niece is one of the top people at medtech. So all of this conflict of interest, all of this giving contracts and kickbacks, giving contracts to their friends. This is why you see the procurement scandal is getting worse in our country, because it is a ring of friends and families that the whatever little money, Sheleta, how you do? Whatever little money a circle in our country, it is circled within the same, amongst the same group of people all the time. They give themselves contract. They give them friend, family, and associate contract. They have shell companies in their name run by their friends or by trusts who they are giving contracts to. This is why you see the procurement, every department, every money spent, there is a procurement issue. Because if you are to follow the procurement rules, honestly, you wouldn't be able to steal in the way they do it lawlessly. We would have accountability for how our money is spent. We would have fair competition over for procurement bidding, whereas we saw in the Starlink debacle, Darrell Vaz rather than thief the 200 Starlink, buy Chussie, thief them one out of people barrel, but he made up the procurement document after he get the Starlink them. Procurement breaches, or I would rather call it procurement fraud, as I always tell you, facilitate a bigger fraud. Procurement breaches facilitate a bigger fraud. Because if they were to follow the procurement guidelines, they wouldn't be able to steal so much money when every time we see an auditor general report surface, There's a plethora, millions, billions sometime, into the trillions unaccounted for. Then, this is one of the three last set of articles we put out today. Wholeness, Nesta Morgan, the Road Maintenance Fund, Park, Reach, the Mall and Water, the Gas Island Mall. That's an article where you know for read as well. It don't make no sense. Me produce them, then sit down and read them for no. But the pothole of promises what we've been getting from 2023, come in a member, me no know if you remember to say, from 2023 November at the annual general conference for the Jamaica Labour Party, where Wholeness First introduced the $40 billion Spark program. We see the Prime Minister also introduce the REACH program. We also see him introduce an extension to REACH called the patching program. All of that, the REACH, the patching program, them, I think the REACH and patching put together, I think that budget will come up to about 9 billion, yeah, 9 billion. And then the Spark project is $40 to $45 billion. Now, December of after burial last year, the government started some of the patching program from the REACH and the extra we indeed put on after burial for the patching program. I have been saying to the government for quite some time now, we're never gonna get our road to work well until we stop using mall. You cannot use mall to fix we road them and left them without sealing the sidewalk edges. Any little edge left at the sidewalk in a country where we have high rainfall a lot of the time, the little thing are going to start dig away. We see them go around the country, scraping the road them, roll them all, and spray gas oil upon them. Because it's literally, that is literally what this government has been doing in its patching program. Now, ask anybody in the areas where the patching was done, particularly in the Melissa zone, what happened to those roads? The whole of them turning a porridge. The whole of them turning a flower pop during Melissa. The bigger question though, will we ever, but may a fool if you ask this, you know? But it no means to because you're a fool, you know, if you still ask the question. Will we ever see accountability for that almost $50 or more billion that the government told us that they must spend on our roadway? Given that this is the government that when it came into power, found a security net called the Road Maintenance Fund. Andrew Holness was of the view that enough money never in there. That's why he scrap it. How sensible, one would argue. Wouldn't it be better to reform it, put more money into it so that it carries out effectively what it was put in place to do? No, Andrew Holness scrap it. What did Andrew Holness do with the money? One no see money going to have to tap him on him shoulder and ask him, can we never decide on him when him a thief the money. All right? So now, Nesta Morgan, come tell we say, in our country, well, when we count pan with finger and we lick with chest, or if we are Darrell Vaz, we draw a buckle stopper and we start count. Nesta Morgan say, government are going to move to what you call it. I can just look back on the article there. But Nesta Morgan says so. Robert Morgan recently announced that government will shift to a performance-based contract to boost the road work accountability. Sounds like a masterclass of political rebranding. That's all they do. Rebrand, and rebrand. Because do you know, say, since burial, they have a new acronym in place. Since burial, one new acronym come up named GO. Road have, I want hope acronym road have, road have reach, road have spark, road have go, road have patch. All this government has been doing since November 2023 is giving us a long line of fancy phrase and all that. Have we see or benefited from the patching as to we have better roads to travel on? Have we see any upgrading in our sidewalks? Have we seen any upgrading in our drainage systems? But every day, them come out and them tell you about reach, spark. Now the new one is go. Now the new one is go. But the people on the ground, the people across the country still have to be dealing with these. What they call road is what we call riverbed. What they call road is what we call riverbed in Jamaica. So it's just promises, and nothing is happening. And the people of Jamaica is still going to sit down and protect them when your leader in 2024 February, Andrew Holness, told you all, I know what your concerns are. Your roads, your lights, your water. He repeated it again in August of last year during the campaign. What did Andrew Holness brought you? Destruction and forgetfulness. Because after him and Donald Trump and his friend them liquid on, them step over we and act like them never see we. Exactly. Sidewalk not even maintained in Jamaica again. When we there grew up in the 80s and early 90s, at least every Easter, during summer holiday and Christmas holiday, there's debushing of the sidewalks, road works are given out. Everything about our roadway has collapsed under this government. Remember, it was Darrell Vaz in early 2024, I believe, who forced the Prime Minister to declare our roadways a national emergency. That was when the Prime Minister added another $2 billion to the 3.5 billion that he first allotted to the REACH program. But ask them, where is the money? What have been done? What have been done? The people of Jamaica across the communities who benefit from REACH and Spark, we no need to talk. We no need to tell us what REACH and how REACH and Spark change your community. That's what we're asking of you, because everybody sit down and only continue protecting the criminals, but not looking out for something for ourselves. Mr. Lord God, one leave a right commander one on my page today. 160 odd comment of pure foolishness. Just because he had him say me I put out article because of that thing come there at the press himself, but never mind the labor rights. Anyway. No. We also look at another thief. A young thief. Colleen, how you do? A new thief. A thief that has been running rampant for quite some time now. But in thiefness, I catch up with him. Floyd Green and Tufton, of all people right there now in an Andrew Holness government, have a lot of questions rather, to answer. I told you before that these are two dangerous departments as the way they are being operated now. They pose a danger to us. A lot of the deaths in our country is closely linked to these two departments. We are what we eat department. And when we eat what we eat and turn into what we eat, then we go to the abattoir. We go to the abattoir, and if we're not careful, then put we in a body bag. If we're lucky enough, we come out and tick like the Governor General. When will Jamaicans see the danger posed to them by an agriculture department where everybody champions say Floyd Green was one of the best agriculture minister, only that they didn't know Roger Clark. Only though that they didn't know Roger Clark or have a very short memory. But Floyd Green, if Floyd Green were to use the fertilizers, the American fertilizers, effectively, if Floyd Green were to use the RADA assets effectively, if Floyd Green was having proper oversight of his departments and agencies, Floyd Green would have known, say, $870 million. $870 million worth of lost documents, minutes, and notes. $870 million. The whole thing went brooks, no left. But when we call for accountability on these issues. It's because we're witch hunting. If it is that everything that we demand accountability for is a witch hunt, then we have to, or not we, because we know already, or politicians must accept that they are running county line gangs. They are running mobs. But when you trickle to, listen here, labor right, you're not going mad, because a whole heap of article in the Auditor General report. Whole heap. You just have to choose somebody name or a topic or a department. That's an article. There's whole heap in there. We're mainstream media. We have a duty. We get paid to sit down and investigate and inform. But then again, the whole of paper, them a labor right in the country, nationwide a labor right. Observer labor right, and Gleaner historically, at least in the 80s, Gleaner was labor right. So when it comes to holding this particular regime to account, we have to take the responsibility, because who else are going to do it? Who else is going to do it? So Minister Floyd, we need to resign as well, because the procurement and accountability and management scandal were over there. And not just scandal, because the thief in fertilizer, Floyd Green, stole that in broad daylight. I mean, that we'll talk about the one where the Auditor General did identify at a private store, or the one that was identified at a private store in the Auditor General report. May I talk about the one, the two truck would deliver a fly yard in a broad daylight. Broad daylight. The fertilizer where Floyd Green used to buy votes. Broad daylight. But there's no integrity. There is no integrity amongst political officials. None whatsoever. They just chatter on disgracefully to wherever they can end up. But you the people, though. You the people. This is another article I want to read, because the government keep holding and ram it down with throat with big spoon of the falling murder rate. My issue, though, as to why I produced this article today, is while crying out glory, how we take down murder, there's a big old ignorance of the dons in uniform, the extrajudicial killing, the summary execution of our young men in Jamaica. It ought to be taken in consideration in light of Jamar Ferguson's killing, in light of Bigger Don's killing. We know for sure that these two were not what the police officers say. But everybody is turning a blind eye. And the government chanting around, murder is down. Abena, how you do? The government chanting around, murder is down, murder is down. I tell you, Jamaicans don't feel any safer. Jamaicans don't feel one bit safer, regardless of the Prime Minister muttering. Dr. Chang muttering and sending message from his bed, rocking chair, grave, prison cell, or anywhere Dr. Chang has sent the message from. But there's a growing unease what we not pay attention to, where the police have become judge, jury, and executioner. That's not a recipe in the long term for crime fighting, because all this will serve to do is to build more tension between young men in particular and police. What it will serve to do is mistrust between the general public and the police, mistrust between community among the communities, among our urban and rural communities, will not always go shoot youths innocently. We not say all of the time, but we have proof, and we see want to carry out extrajudicial killing. So it cannot be. It might go back and work shortly. It might come back just to import gun, because Dr. Chang has never been a use to national security. Dr. Chang has never provided us a crime plan. So I don't see where he might come back Congo. But anyway, we've been paying him for sleep for quite some time in it. So I don't see where it make any difference anyway. We cannot be silent to police killing in our country. The unwarranted killing of young men is not crime fighting. Crime fighting by the gun is not crime fighting. It's not the first resort to crime fighting. Everything that this government does, it's reactionary. This government don't understand how to put preventative measures in place. Hence is why we're calling for one of the preventative measure of body-worn camera. Because body-worn camera won't stop police from shooting innocent young men. What the body-worn camera will do, though, is provide us an account. What the body-worn cameras will do is provide us an account rather than the police word against the community's word. Indicom and a lot of others, civil society group have been calling for this. But the government have a stand-up refusal. Every time the government get caught and pushed in a corner, because they told us that the other day after the bigger than shooting, that them depend the way. Every time they get in a one fracas, they say the same thing, them depend the way and come, and we should have them by X, or we should have them by Y. What we don't do is get meaningful update from these people about the necessary things. The things where they want to update upon are things which is really of no benefit to the people of Jamaica. Because the police, the level of policing that we have now, it is creating more tension than hoping to solve problem long term. Yes, the government going around killing off people picnic. It may provide us a short-term result in the murder rate. It is not sustainable long-term. Long-term, more people will get angry. Long-term, more young men will pick up guns. Long-term, more young men, even who is not of that persuasion, will have bad intentions for the police. Police, one of police biggest crime fighting issue is lack of intelligence. The people don't trust you. And with this breakdown, complete or utter breakdown of trust between the ordinary Jamaican and the police, put the murder, put the extrajudicial killing and the summary execution aside. The daily interaction that Jamaicans are having with some of these rogues, not all of them, we see over social media the various different interaction, and they're not pretty. They're very much abusive. They can get very violent. They're a law unto themselves. Nothing is working in our country. This is why we have to participate. Me telling all the while say the fall of politics in our country is the lack of participation. For years, we just sat down giving power to our masters, because as I said, they are not leaders. Giving power to our masters. And now it get out of control. What them think to say they are demigods. Because it's precisely the type of behavior we will get from Christopher Tufton. Christopher Tufton, who don't even have experience in the job Andrew Holness gave him. But such is the incompetency and the crookedness of this Jamaica Labour Party regime, when you can just pick up anybody and say, go do this, even when they have no idea what they are doing. Juliet Cockburn Finn is a perfect example. Xavier Main is a perfect example as well. When Nigel Clark was the Minister of Finance, Xavier Main was his undersecretary. Xavier Main never qualified to step up in the role after Nigel. Them I forget one hole and a hole and put over there. Juliet Cockburn Finn, she is the undersecretary, tough as you see she be there, in the Ministry of National Security. Chang, rather in a casket, house arrest, hospital bed, Armchair, Bellevue, we really not care where Chang there. Andrew Holness stepped up to the plate rather than Juliet Cockburn Finn, the undersecretary. So it shows you that Andrew Holness have a lot of dunce around him. People that are incapable. She just put Cockburn Finn over there to make sure say the Gibbler Tyrone Horace Chang neck properly. That's all. Because if she couldn't take up and look at the Horace Chang come, then it's a sad indictment of the competencies that Andrew Holness bring to governance in our country. Now, let me remind you of our app on Space that we put out all our print news. You can scan the barcode and that will allow you to download the app. You can sign in with your Facebook account or your Gmail account. You can also hit the link in the top of the chat that will allow you to download the app and send us a membership request. That's an easier way for you. Once you download the app and become a member, it's an easier way for you to have immediate access to the articles when they get put out rather than searching across the website. You'll even have access to them before that Facebook link is published as well. So make sure you support us. You understand? Because we cannot media work and our work were cheap. It costs a lot of money. So when I'm a globalist, them have to assist me in buying back my graphics. We have to pay for graphics, we have to pay for broadcasting studio. We have to do BIMs and BAMs. On my website, me not to pay for it because so we don't need to support us where we can do the work. Because if we drop off, if we don't support with globalists, if we don't support with in what we are doing, we not go just left to the device of Gleaner Observer nationwide. And you know already how poison pill tastes. You know already how poison pill tastes because they have been shoving it down with throat for a long time. So if we're serious about alternative news, we need to also support alternative journalists and alternative broadcasters. Because it makes no sense to complain about them, then every day we sit down at them feet looking for news. We have the tools now where we can do just like them. So, I just saw it. I go to my bed globalist. I'll meet and peace my head tired. Working for a website and app whole day. One thing to say when you come off a live, when we come off a live, we work not done, When we come off a live, our work is not done. We just continue, especially like how me start this year, new limb to the group, the print media part of things. Even though AI, I write the article them, but you have to instruct AI what to write to really get a well-rounded article. I went on and joined. It's a piece of art. Thank you, Abena. Thank you. So, wanna make sure wanna support the thing. Okay? Me I go on my bed now because my brain tired. Alrighty. So thank you very much for being here with us tonight. join us right back here tomorrow morning, where we start the struggle all over again. And you can look out for the article them as daylight. So thank you. Good night from Global TV. And please do join us tomorrow morning and share the link with the app to your friends, your families, and your groups. Thank you and good night from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, the God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they can sell out Rasta. I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the front. You might show one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man show one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man show one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man show one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what?
With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.